Dreamcatcher TV. Dreamcatcher TV.
All right, we're back. We're talking about how movies convey information and meaning in their presentation and product. All movies share a referential basis as a topical focus, a commonality relative to their genre, but also to a universality, the core reference and meaning, the end-all purpose that the collective of humanity strives toward. Movies convey information and meaning, but never judge a book by its cover, as the saying goes. On symbology, semantics, semiotics, morphology, and graphetics. These are some of the topics that we'll detail in successive episodes. But as we're talking about the blockbuster releases, due the latter half of 2025, Tron, Ares, Prometheus, Aliens, Alien Romulus, and the newly releasing Alien Earth. We're going to delve into these movies and learn a little bit more about the different aspects of these principles we mentioned in symbology, semantics, semiotics, morphology, and graphetics. So stay tuned. We're back on Rome's influence in our current society as seen in movies, society, and culture, on their conquest and persistence as an empire. Does history repeat itself? Okay, we're talking about the concept of Rome and Roman influence. As we know, throughout different periods in culture, the terms Rome and Roman and romantic and romanticism flourish. So we're going to delve off into this a little bit more. And we're going to talk about some of the principles inherent in these movies as they correlate to mythologies that persist today. Ares, Mars, which is another name of Ares, Mars, the red planet, the red theme. Mars is in a state of conquest now. That is the prime objective, especially with Tesla and some of the other spacefaring companies that are coming about. The goal is to get to the moon again and to get to Mars ultimately, the red planet. So that is the planet of conquest. It's very interesting at this time in history that this is occurring. And then with the release of these movies, we can see the correlation between them. Another element is Ares is the father of Romulus. Quite intriguing as we follow the full series of the Alien franchise, beginning with Prometheus, which interestingly began in 2023, and we're in 2025. The whole entire Alien saga begins in 2023 with the initial release of the 1979 favorite Alien. So with the most recent release of Alien Romulus, we see this connection of Rome and the Roman influence, as we see many parallels that persist amongst these mythologies and these depictions that we're provided in these movies. All right, so the next thing coming up is Alien Earth. Which is a big thing because the primary thing was aliens until then have never been to Earth. So we'll talk about that in detail a little bit more as well. All right, so the next thing we have is its release. The movie Alien Romulus was released in August, which is akin to the nobility, the empire, Augustus, a Caesar of Rome. We have Romulus, Ares being the god of war in one instance and courage, or one instance being the god of agriculture and fatherhood and overseeing over Rome. All right, so Augustus, these were all part of the Roman Empire. All right, so the next thing we have is the actors and their connections. We have Leto, which in ancient Greek mythology and religion, Leto is a childhood goddess, the daughter of the Titans. Coeus and Phoebe, the sister of Asteria and the mother of Apollo and Artemis. In the Olympian scheme, the king of gods Zeus is the father of her twins, Apollo and Artemis. All right, so the actor's name is relative. So this is all relative to that concept of Rome and the Roman system of government as it persists even to this day. We know all of the foundations of Greek culture and Roman culture bear heavily on the West and its current civilization and culture.